Hey guys, I'm an idiot, and I'm going to do a comparison of some Miyoo Mini handles I've got here. I've got 4 different ones, and we're going to compare them all right here. Um, Now, I got to admit, I'm not very good at making these videos, uh, but I saw when I went to look for information online about anybody trying out these handles, I couldn't find anybody who did it, so I figured I would do it for us. And I'm just filming on my phone that I made a handmade rig for here, so we'll see how it goes. But alright, so I got this one on Etsy, 15 bucks. Now, I gotta say, this one, this is not gonna work. Let's see here, there we go. This one is my favorite one, and I should have ended it with my favorite one, but we'll just start with it because I put it first, I guess. Now, I like it because it holds your hands out like real far like that, you see? It gives you the good angle. The whole reason I did this is because I know that I heard that they were an issue when I got it, before I got it, and they are an issue. Reaching those back trigger buttons like that. So, this handle here pulls out your palms like that, so you have a much better angle. It's hard for me to show you, but yeah. So this is my favorite. Also, it's the lightest, it's the cheapest, and it's flat. Like if you're packing it with your case here, it's totally flat, which is nice. Now, let me go ahead and say that even though this is my favorite, I had it in my backpack in a hot car, and it totally melted because, you know, these things, they're 3D printed, so it's all dependent on heat. And I got it home, and I got my hot air thing, and I kind of got it back into shape, but, you know, it's never going to really get back into shape. It's actually not too bad right now. But yeah, if one of these, I think, or this one, probably as well, I wouldn't get them too hot. So let's go on to this one. This one is great. They're all great. I mean, they all kind of address the issue. I like this because you have the ridge back here. If you didn't have that ridge, I don't think this would work so well, but because it gives you a place to put your fingers in the back there like that, you can have your handle a little wider and then get to those trigger buttons, but it's not as comfortable because your palms are farther out. You know, you have a better angle when your palms are farther out to get that, be able to hit both of these whenever you want. So, but yeah, it's super light, and also, this pretty much will just fit in your pocket if you have a big pocket. None of the other ones will. You could just leave this on, throw it in your bag like that or whatever, because it's so slim. And because it does have that ridge on the back, it's pretty comfortable, more or less. As far as addressing those shoulder buttons, though, it's not as good as this one. And it's not as good as the other ones either. This is the worst one as far as addressing the shoulder buttons. But it is nice, and it's great that you can just put it in your pocket like that. I mean, if you're a boy, you have boy pockets. Let's see here. This one, what is that? That's was 24. So yeah, this little one over here was less, or was I think the most expensive one. Um, and yeah, that was on Etsy. This one was on Etsy, and that's the weight there. I weighed them at some point. I've been planning on doing this video for a long time, and I've been putting it off. But I spent a lot of money on it, so I figure I might as well share what I have here. And yeah, so this one was on Etsy. I think this is the highest quality one for sure. I mean, look, it even has that on there. I guess the texture is different on the white one, so it wouldn't stick as well. But this is first of all, it's the heaviest one, 68 grams, and it is heavy. You can hear it. It's solid. I don't think that this would be as affected by the heat as much because of the type of plastic that it is. I don't know anything about 3D printing, but and also it's got this support bar here, which none of these other ones do. They're all got a, you know, they're all prone to being bent like this one I showed you, you know, because they don't, it's just the nature of it. But with this support bar here, I can't, plus it's so solid to begin with. I can't imagine this ever really going out of shape unless, you know, you really tried. They all fit very well. Some of these have a felt pad inside of them. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, this one, they all do. Well, no, this one and this one do. This one doesn't. I guess it's kind of nice that it works without a felt pad. That way you don't have to worry about you know, just jamming it in there and messing up the pad, and now it's not going to fit as well. Or, you know, you could go through the wash probably, I don't know. But yeah, this one works pretty well. This does have a great angle on the fingers. It doesn't bring your hands out as much as the other one, but it does bring them down, so that's nice. But yeah, let me show you. Let's see if we can see it here. It's hard to see. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it really, but it does bring your palms out just a little more. But this one is lower. Let's see. Yeah. So, well, this one brings your palms out more. This has a lower grab. And it is definitely the most premium feeling of all of them. I mean, look at that. That's pretty sweet. I think it even stands up. And then this one I got from Keep Retro, but that's where I got my Miyoo from as well. But you can get this on AliExpress, which is the main retailer, I guess, you know, wholesaler for the Miyoo. So if you could get it, I got it from Keep Retro. I just feel like, I don't know why I did it. I've had pretty good experiences with AliExpress. But yeah, this has a pretty good feel too. But again, since it doesn't bring your palms out, I don't like it as much. It brings your palms down, or your hands down, but not out. And it's pretty good. It doesn't feel as good as the other one to me. I have small to medium hands, but I just think this one feels a little better. This one I think it's really like kind of futuristic looking and looks really cool. This one just doesn't have the same style. That looks pretty sweet. But yeah, I guess between these two more premium ones, I would pick this one. But if you like the look, go for this. It's pretty much has more or less the same feel as this. But again, like this one is with that support, man. you're gonna have this one as probably longer than you have your Miyoo. And the whole reason I got these handles is I didn't want to have to replace the shoulder buttons. I don't want to, because it would be the same process of this, like, oh, how does it feel? I don't really like it that much. Well, maybe I should try a different one. And then I'm taking this thing apart and putting it back together like 4 or 5 times. And maybe just in the end, staying with the original ones, because I found people have just ended up with the originals. So rather than do that, I just went out and got these handles. Now I actually am gonna put a Patreon link in case anybody is interested in having me do a review on buttons, where I get a Miyoo and I take it apart and test out different buttons. That would be great. I would love to do that. But this one, I've spent enough money on this thing already, and I don't want to sacrifice this just to test out a bunch of buttons that probably won't work. So if I was going to do that, I'd like to get a second one and the buttons to go with it. And let's talk about this thing. That's not really part of the review because it's not really a handle, it's a case. And again, you can get this in AliExpress, or I've seen them I got this one on Etsy, I think. And I put extra holes in it for different things. But the case is great. It's pretty much an awesome case. Plus, it does double as a handle if you wanted to. And it actually works pretty well as a handle. I mean, as far as the finger placement goes, it's one of the better ones, but it's not comfortable. I mean, it's a boxy shape. But yeah, because it brings your hand so far out, these buttons are perfect. See how I'm covering both of them at the same time? That's what I want to do. Also, it's a stand. So yeah, that's great. That was like, I think you can get that for $7 or $8 on AliExpress. Or probably a little more on Etsy. Yeah, I think that is everything. If you guys like this, that'd be great if you like and subscribe and comment. If you are interested in having me test out some buttons from Etsy, I'd love to do that. You can donate on Patreon, but please don't donate just to try to support me. If you want to support me, like and subscribe, comment. That'd be great. I have a job, not looking for money. So let's see. I think that's all. Yeah, this one. Go with this one. It's super light. Just don't get it too hot. Thanks, y'all.